Again tonight, slight chance of thunderstorms. Lows dip down to about 63. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 63 degrees.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. Illinois drivers are seeing some relief at the pump as gasoline prices continue to decline. According to Gas Buddy's latest survey of more than 4,300 stations across the state, the average price for a gallon of regular gasoline in Illinois has fallen 17.6 cents over the past week to $4.13 per gallon. That's nearly 83 cents lower than a month ago, but still 72 cents higher than this time last year. The national average price for gasoline also dropped, falling 14.1 cents during the past week to $3.85 per gallon. Diesel prices saw even larger declines, with the national average dropping 19.2 cents to $4.99 per gallon. Among neighboring markets, Champaign posted the largest weekly decline, down 21.5 cents to $4.02 per gallon. Prices in the St. Louis area fell 16.5 cents to $3.81 per gallon, while Peoria dropped 13.5 cents to $4.24 per gallon. In Taylorville, gas is $4.29 per gallon. Gas Buddy petroleum analyst Patrick DeHaan says gasoline and diesel prices declined in nearly every state during the past week. However, he cautions that uncertainty in the Middle East, including concerns involving Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, could put upward pressure on oil prices if tensions escalate. The cheapest gas reported in Illinois Sunday was $3.35 per gallon, while the highest price was $5.99, a spread of $2.64 per gallon across the state. The Taylorville Police Department is recognizing one of its own for his service during a historic national celebration in Washington, D.C. Lieutenant Michael Ben Toberman has been deployed to represent the Taylorville Police Department during the Freedom 250 celebrations in the nation's capital, where he joined law enforcement officers from across the country in helping provide security for the event. Lieutenant Toberman was officially deputized alongside officers from numerous agencies nationwide, including several departments from Illinois. His role is part of a coordinated effort to ensure the safety and success of the Freedom 250 festivities, which commemorate the nation's history and heritage. Department officials expressed their sincere gratitude for Lieutenant Toberman's dedication and willingness to serve wherever he is needed. The Taylorville Police Department noted that this assignment requires significant personal sacrifice, as he is spending valuable time away from his family and community while carrying out his duties. Lieutenant Toberman's wife, Katie, shared her pride in his service and commitment. She also provided photos from the special occasion, highlighting both the honor and responsibility that come with representing his department on a national stage. The Taylorville Police Department also acknowledged the important role that families play in supporting law enforcement officers, thanking them for their strength and encouragement during assignments such as this. In addition, the department extended its appreciation to the men and women of the United States military, recognizing their continued service and commitment to protecting the freedoms celebrated by communities across the nation. The department says it is proud of Lieutenant Toberman's professionalism, dedication, and unwavering commitment to public service. For more information, go to taylorville.net/police-DEPT. The Christian County Jail has undergone significant changes in recent months and years. Many of these changes are aesthetic ones, with renovations to increase safety and security and improve the overall quality of the buildings. Others involve introducing programs to help inmates recover from drug addiction and other personal challenges. Cecil Pauley, the jail administrator for the Christian County Sheriff's Office, has overseen these alterations. He calls some of the improvements life-saving.
So complete sprinkler system was installed throughout the jail, upstairs, downstairs. We had a new roof put on, and we did some other construction moves where we moved a couple of the offices. Of course, I'm sure that they've talked about the move to Market Street for the sheriff's office. So that gave us some space available there at the jail to make some changes there, seal off some walls, and create a medical room. Also opened up our area where we have a better booking structure and intake process. And so it's good for staff, and then it also is a little more safe for the inmates and safe for the staff as well.
The Christian County Jail has also begun the Medically Assisted Recovery, or MAR Now program. The sheriff's office received federal funding, which has allowed for this move. The jail collaborates with Family Guidance, a Springfield-based drug treatment center. Polly says this allows inmates to access care and necessary prescription drugs more easily.
When they come in, we do the assessments on them, and we address their needs, which, we do have a large population of inmates coming in that have drug issues and mental health issues. So we do the assessments, and through that, and then working with their attorneys, they can, ask the court for treatment. They can ask the court for drug court, which helps them to avoid prison and to address their baseline problem, which is the drug addiction or the alcohol addiction. And then through that, we can, once the court recognizes that and offers them up a furlough, then we can get them treatment in a variety of places through Family Guidance, who we have the contract with.
Polly contrasts his agency's work with that of Safe Passage. He says the MAR Now program works with those already serving time in jail, whereas Safe Passage aims to keep their visitors out of jail.
It's kind of two separate issues. The Safe Passage, I think the original intent of that was to offer people an out before they get caught by the police or by law enforcement, and gives them an opportunity to come and reach out for help before that happens. Once they're become a product of the court, well, then we have to go through those legal battles, and that's where Safe Passage and this kind of separate. Safe Passage does a great job, and they've helped us out a lot with getting people in treatment before we had this program in place. But we kind of felt like the Safe Passage, once they were in the jail, we felt like there should be a different avenue for them to take. And through the MAR Now program and through the contract with Family Guidance, we've been able to find that.
The jail has assisted 65 people through the MAR Now program. Most, but not all, were in the jail at that point.
Last year, when the program started, we were just getting our feet wet, and from February, when we started the contract, into December, we helped put a total of 39 people into treatment at that time. So far this year, from January until just recently, we put 65 people into treatment. We've helped people from out of state. We've helped people from other communities, all within the Christian County, and then 49 of them coming directly from the jail. Now, like I said, that's after the court had given them a furlough to go to treatment. So the court now knows that we have that option there, that we can help them with that. So it frees up Safe Passage to focus on the people out in the community, but our outreach program also reaches out for people in the community.
The Christian County Jail also welcomes local recovery groups in to host sessions with inmates who can benefit from their work.
We have Celebrate Recovery, which I love being a part of. It's a Christian-based recovery group. They come in, Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. They come in weekly, and they do groups with both the male and the female detainees. We also have a Bible study group for the females, and we also have a male and a female husband-wife team that comes in, and that runs kind of a worship team, and they minister to the inmate spiritual needs while they're in there and help them cope with what they're dealing with. And it's been a great addition that we lost during COVID, but we kind of been able to pick that up. And the renovation project has helped us open up more space where we can have better groups for that type of thing.
More information on the Christian County Sheriff's Office is available at christiancountysheriff.com. Cecil Pauley appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. And now, a word from Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Hi, this is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. 2026 is an exciting year at TCCU. We are building a new home office, upgrading our mobile app, and preparing to offer mobile check deposit, all to better serve our members. 2026 also marks our 70th anniversary. For 70 years, TCCU has been your local source for low loan rates, great deposit rates, and an organization proud to serve our local communities. Visit any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Hillsboro, Litchfield, or Painter. You can also visit us online at tccu.org, member NCUA.
Research from a University of Illinois assistant professor hopes to better understand nitrogen loss measurement and reduction strategies on farms. Mechanisms to reduce drainage and nutrient loss and pollution have existed for a long time, but new technologies are streamlining the process and producing new discoveries. Dr. Giovanni Presa-Fontes, an assistant professor in the Department of Crop Sciences at the University of Illinois, is leading the project. He says 4 different treatments are used to test for differences from certain product applications.
So the whole idea here is that we're trying to evaluate the effects of different cover crop species on the water quality and also on the agronomic side. So it's a corn soybean rotation where we have 4 treatments. We have a no cover crop control. We have a zero rye cover crop that we grow every year between corn and soybeans, which is what the species that a lot of people uses. And then we're trying something new. We're trying a mix of a brassica and a legume. So we've been playing around with daikon radish in the fall and hairy vetch. We've been having a little bit of success here and there because of fall establishment. And then our last treatment, we're looking at a winter legume, which is we've been using crimson clover and red clover in the past.
The research was presented at this year's Dudley Smith Farm Field Day last Wednesday. Attendees this year were able to tour parts of the farm to see exactly where the research is happening. They saw the technology used to measure the nutrient losses.
We actually set up a few kind of stands here where we have our instrumentation. So yeah, folks will be able to see our auto samplers, the equipment that we use for monitoring drainage and collecting the water samples. We're going to talk a little bit about how it works and how we measure things. I also have a student here. He's going to be a grad student here in the fall, so he's kind of helping doing some of the work at the farm. One of the other things we're measuring here is greenhouse gas. So we have a portable gas analyzer that we're going to show people how it works and how we measure greenhouse gases. Our main focus is looking at nitrous oxide emissions, which is one of the pathways for losing nitrogen in croplands. And we're going to talk a little bit about why do we care about that too. So it's going to be fun. I hope people can come and hope the rain doesn't come while we're out in the field, but it should be a very nice day.
Presa-Fontes hopes the research will lead to practical insights on best practices to conserve key nutrients for effective crop growth.
Tile drainage is an old technology, right? People were doing that since the European settlers came 100 years ago, basically. So what happened is that, like the soils in this region, they are naturally poorly drained. So folks were putting tile drainage to remove that excess water in the spring so we can actually work in the field and have plant on time and that kind of a thing. So that is good for the agronomy perspective, but then if you look at the water quality side, right, because of the tile drainage, we're removing water, we're also removing a lot of nitrate with it. So the main goal here is to look at management practices that can help us reduce some of that nitrate leaching losses that we usually see in tile drain fields, but also kind of thinking about how can we incorporate those practices in our cropping systems in a way that we can it's a win-win situation in terms of production and also environmental outcome.
More information on the Dudley Smith Farm Field Day and the University of Illinois Extension more broadly is available at extension.illinois.edu. Dr. Giovanni Presa-Fontes appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show as part of our live coverage of the 2026 Dudley Smith Farm Field Day.
Your son was 3 when you planted that tree in your backyard. Now he's grown, planting seeds and making memories with his own kids. Let Heartland Bank help you grow more memories with banking options for every stage of your life. Welcome, former CNB customers. We're your community bank. Heartland Bank. We build relationships that nurture and grow your dreams. Visit us today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
A life insurance policy should be part of everyone's financial plan. This could be as simple as a basic term policy to a sophisticated life insurance program as part of your estate planning. Auto Owners Insurance has the type of life policy to cover any of these situations. Contact me, Blaine Cornwell from Prairie State Insurance at 217-824-6911 to discuss what life insurance policy options with Auto Owners Insurance is right for you.
The importance of hearing health is becoming even more significant as the nation's population ages. By 2030, all baby boomers will be over the age of 65, according to the United States Census Bureau. Emily Cooper, a clinical audiologist with OSF Healthcare, says this creates a larger risk for both hearing loss and dementia. Research in Oxford Academics Age and Aging Journal suggests that individuals who receive treatment for hearing loss may have a lower risk of cognitive decline than those who leave hearing loss untreated. Treatment options vary based on the severity of hearing loss and may include hearing aids or cochlear implants. While Medicare does not currently cover hearing aids, cochlear implants are covered by Medicare and many other insurance plans. It's a long process to become an Illinois FFA major state officer. Owen Rigg was elected secretary earlier this month. Rigg is from the Williamsfield FFA chapter in Knox County. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 84-year-old David Dwight Hendricks Sr. of Taylorville died on Saturday. Visitation is tomorrow from 9 till 11 at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 68-year-old Kenneth Fisher of Taylorville died on Saturday. Visitation is tomorrow from 5 till 7 at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. The funeral mass will be Friday at 11 at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Taylorville. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. And 79-year-old Gary L. Carr of Bonita Spring, Florida, died March 27th. A memorial service is Saturday at 2 at Blue Mound Civic Center in Blue Mound. Burial will be at Hall Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and every hour as well right here on WTIM, your own